25-year-old Jerome Mikkel is on his way from his day job at this New York eatery to take part in a sport he's grown to love and that he hopes will help him take care of the son he loves. A son he says he was separated from after a run-in with the law.
So I was away for 2 years just for hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I came home, and since October I've been doing damage.
And when Jerome says damage, Jerome means damage. On this night, Jerome's competing in a mixed martial arts fight, a sport that professionally at least is illegal in New York State.
I first heard about it, I was like, wow, I used to see them on TV all the time, like UFC, and you telling me there actually fights like this locally?
This is an underground combat league bout. Jerome is the 175-pound Division A UCL champion. It's the brainchild of ex-fighter Peter Storm.
We keep it very old school. We just text people, hey, fight show on this day, this location. That's it. That's the invite.
That's the invite.
That's the invite.
Is there a reason you don't put it on a Facebook page or something like that?
Well, you know, listen, I have a league called the Underground Combat League, and the minute I start advertising it all over, it no longer becomes underground.
Peter started this show in 2003 when the Athletic Commission was actively trying to shut down anything that was MMA.
There are two reasons no authority is trying to shut UCL bouts down. One, it doesn't serve alcohol. And two, it doesn't pay its fighters.
As long as nobody's getting paid, there's but so much they can do.
I got guys like Jerome Mikkel, he wants to go pro. I got a guy like his opponent, James Fernell, who wants to get back into getting in shape and be in pro fighting shape. So, you know, guys do it to test their skills. Everybody has their own personal reason.
Pay isn't the only thing UCL bouts lack.
You might be lucky if there's an ambulance in the crowd. You might be lucky.
If somebody gets injured, and we've only had 2 or 3 injuries in 10 years, we take them to the hospital. We drive them to the hospital.
No pre-fight AIDS testing.
This is no different than amateur MMA in most states where they don't do the HIV testing. They do just basic physicals.
No rules except for what the fighters agreed to beforehand.
Gentlemen rules. No eye gouging, no fish hooking, no low blows, no biting, no scratching. Everything else beat the hell out of each other.
And sometimes no fight if one fighter chooses not to show.
I'm supposed to fight somebody else, he didn't show. And last minute, a guy that just previously fought maybe 2 fights before me said, I'll take it. Yeah, it's the love of the sport.
With all that the UCL doesn't have, the one thing it does have for an aspiring pro like Jerome is opportunity.
If I didn't find this league, I probably would say, oh, it would have been good to get in the sport. But once I found for somebody to take me in and train me off the strength of the fact that I want to do something bigger with it and knows I'm willing to do it, it definitely helped me pretty much start that base of my pyramid.
Well, the fight is over. Jerome has levied a brutal first-round beating of his opponent, James Fernell, to run his record to 8-0, retain his UCL championship belt. Now, I just used the term brutal, but that's a term that Jerome himself would bristle at.
It is dangerous, but so is being in the Marines, so is the Army life, so is police work. I'm not getting shot at in the cage, so it's not that dangerous. A concussion is not that bad. You can wake up well refreshed too.
Waking up one day soon as a professional at the highest level is something MMA journalist Jim Jania says is very possible.
This has been a viable springboard for a number of fighters. The most famous would be Frankie Edgar, who was a UFC champ.
This is no longer just, oh, well, I got to get it because of the dollar. This is something else pushing mine. It's because I grew to love it.